And we welcome you to Independence High School in Coal City, West Virginia, the home of the Class AA football state champions, and we are here for basketball. And tonight, it's a Raleigh County battle between the Liberty Raiders and the Patriots of Independence High School. Hello again, everybody. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. We welcome you here on Video Productions as we're streaming the game tonight of this Raleigh County battle. And Eric, early in the season, each team has played one game. Liberty was victorious over Van, 56-54, while Independence dropped a away game at Wyoming East.
Yeah, and I think Liberty's game was on the road at Van, so they're starting the season on the road. And this rivalry game, Maris, always brings out the best in both teams.
As the JV game is going on now, there's 33 seconds left in it, and Independence is up 56-52. So the varsity game that looked like it was scheduled to tip at 7, obviously that's not going to happen because the JV game ran later. The coach thought it was at one time. Nevertheless, it's not going to get started at 7 o'clock. So we're probably closer to about 7:20, 7:25 tip tonight between Independence and Liberty. So, Eric, I'm sure you and I, the way we like to talk basketball, we'll have no problem filling the time before we, put the ball in the air to get this varsity game started.
Yeah, definitely no trouble doing that. It's good to be back doing this basketball over here in Coal City. I think all the fans are still buzzing and excited about that AA state football championship they just claimed.
Well, the one thing that was really nice is on my way to the school here, as you come in, and if you've never been to Sophia, right through the main light right there before you make a left to come up on the hill to Independence High School located here in Coal City, a nice banner stretched across the road, state champions. And, of course, Eric, you've been an alumni and playing here and pretty darn good football and basketball player when you were here. I know that got to make you kind of feel a little special inside to see that banner across the road.
Yeah, that's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. It's been a long time coming, I feel, up here. A lot of good teams have come through here and not been able to really seal the deal, and it's been a good 2-year run for this Patriot football team.
Yeah, the football team runner-up a year ago and then cashed in on a state title. And as a matter of fact, something happened in the three football – I'm talking football just a little bit now, but the Class Single-A champion, Double-A champion, Triple-A, first time it's ever happened in the state of West Virginia where all three of them were runner-up the previous year and all won the championship this year.
And they all came in as 2 seeds as well. So the 2 was the charms. Number 2 this year was the lucky number to have going into the playoffs.
So we're coming down the stretch here to the final 16 seconds of the JV game, and Independence is in front 60-51. And looks like Independence will, I would imagine, would be able to hang on here in the next 10 seconds to win this JV game. But one of the things, Eric, and I've been asked this many times when people knew you and I were calling this game tonight, how many of those Independence football players will be playing basketball? And having a chance to talk to Coach Jenkins, I noticed only 2 of them that played football will be on the basketball team and will suit up and play tonight, and that is J.D. Monroe and Jordan Harvey.
You'll have 2 guys with those 2 that like to bang, and you're going to get what you say, the bang for your buck with those guys, because they're going to fill all columns, rebounds, fouls. They're going to do it all.
Well, they'll definitely be the enforcers, won't they?
Definitely.
And, we talk about this all the time, as it's hard to get acclimated sometimes from football to basketball, and obviously there's 2 different shapes. So it's one thing to be in football shape, now totally different for both of these kids to, especially off that big high of winning the championship only, about a week and a half ago, and now you have to acclimate to a much faster pace where you're up and down the floor, not where you get to take a breath between plays like in football. Now it's really baseline to baseline.
Yeah, today's pace is really up and down. All teams now, Maris, like to get up and press and get out and run. Really no breaks in the style of basketball that's played nowadays.
I had a chance to see Independence during the Shady Shootout that took place at Shady High School December 3rd. And Independence played Oak Hill that day. And Coach Jenkins, I'm sure he wasn't – there were some good things out of that scrimmage, but overall, and Oak Hill's really good, and Oak Hill is a 4A school, and Oak Hill got the better of Independence that day, and then Independence lost their opening game on the road to Wyoming East. So you got to think with a new coach coming in, it's a little bit of growing pains, and I think the people here, especially after the football title, really going to have to be patient with the basketball team and let the team grow, because I do think – the Independence basketball team will grow and get better through the course of the season.
Yeah, I had a chance to talk to Coach Jenkins, and I've talked to him several times since he's taken over the job, and he loves it here. He wasn't expecting to come, right away and be the head coach. He came for a teaching job, and he just tickled to death. But he also said that he has to put his stamp, his imprint on this team, and that's going to take a little time. And maybe, after the second semester rolls around, they can be a little more cohesive and start getting some victories.
And Coach Williams from Liberty told me a thing when I had an opportunity to speak with him, and the thing he told me, and I didn't realize this, Eric, he said that Liberty is only 15 kids away from playing in the class below in single A in football, and I guess they are double A. I guess they're double A in basketball, single A in basketball. And the reason I say I guess because having 4 classes, sometimes you can be triple A in football and maybe double A in basketball or vice versa. You're not always in the same class. If you're 4A in football, you're 4A in basketball, but that doesn't go for the other 3 classes. But I did not realize that on the football scene, Liberty, who is double A, is only 15 kids away from dropping to single A.
Yeah, and people need to understand those numbers matter. I mean, if you're Wyoming East, I think is really, really close as well. So both of those teams, they're trending downward as far as population, and sometimes it's tough to compete with certain teams with certain numbers.
Well, you're right, and the state of West Virginia in general has lost so much population, and you talk about rural areas, and you'd have to say, no question, that Glen Daniel, where Liberty is located, down that way is a little bit more rural than what it is here, Sophia, Coal City, Stoco area.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of kids that Independence can draw from, in the Green Valley area, stuff like that, they have a choice where they can go either to Park, Independence Middle, Woodrow, or Independence. So you can get some players that way. And Glen Daniels, down in Liberty, it's a consolidation of a bunch of schools, as far as Clear Fork when it shut down. Marsh Fork. But those were single-A schools, and a lot of that population is leaving.
Right, and then you talk about Independence, as far up, if you're familiar with this Raleigh County area, as far up as MacArthur, in Crab Orchard for sure, but as far as up as MacArthur, you can go middle school, Park, Beckley Stratton, or Independence, or, as you mentioned, Beckley, Woodrow Wilson, or here at Independence.
Yeah, and that's a lot of, doing my real job, I have a chance to deliver in that area some, in the Old Eccles area. And there's a lot of population there. So.
And for the ones that don't know, Eric's real job is a UPS driver. This is actually my real job, believe it or not. But we're waiting for the teams to come out as the JV game has gone final. And Independence won the JV game by the score of 60-51. But the one thing about it, Eric, when you play anybody, especially these two that are county rivalries, and usually they don't play this early in the season. Normally they wait till after the first of the year. But so it'll be interesting to see that it's the second game for each team, how they will adjust, only their second game of the season.
Well, it's awful funny that you say that. I have a chance, a couple of my coworkers, Maris, and I can remember my first high school basketball game when I was a sophomore. We played at the Shady Spring Christmas tournament, and they matched us up with Liberty. And 2 of the guys that I played against, they work with me now. And we were joking about that this morning. And I said, I told them, I said, I'm getting ready to go do the rivalry game, the Liberty Independence game. And they start talking about that game like it was just yesterday.
That was back in the day when you talked about Liberty and you talked about Shady and Independence. All were in the same section, and what a battle that was. And, of course, as we talked earlier in our first segment about with the change of population and the way things have changed, that's not the case now. Of course, the Shady Spring area has really grown out and for the kids that go into that school. And Shady, even though they're all double-A in football, Shady is triple-A in basketball, where both Independence and Liberty are double-A in hoops.
Yeah, that was back, those sections, and you had Hinton, which is now Summers County too. You had great teams. I remember back in the 80s and the late 70s, early 80s. Independence had tremendous basketball teams. Liberty, and, of course, Shady. It was battles night in and night out in the section.
Yeah. But, the one thing about it, I'm not sure if Liberty is playing Shady, but I do know that Independence and Shady are back on the schedule with one another, and I think that's a really good thing, even though they are now in different classes. As I mentioned, Shady is AAA in basketball, where Independence is AA in basketball.
Yeah, and that's why – and I think if you look at Shady, if you think that Liberty is trending downward. I bet Shady's numbers might be trending, the other way,
yes.
up.
Well, we've got 7:07 local time, and we were told 2 different times when the game was going to start, and hopefully the game's going to get started at 7:30. But, Eric, for the game to get started at 7:30, you'd think the teams would be out on the floor and able to go through warm-ups, and neither team has made it on to the floor in order to, to go through their warm-up. So we're still waiting for that to happen. So we will get the game to you as soon as the players come out. And, of course, they have to have their 25 minutes of warm-up. So we've got a real extended pregame. But like we said, Eric, you and I will have no problem in filling the time.
Yeah, hey, one thing we're good at, that's talking, discussing sports, that's for sure.
And, as you're looking on the screen, and we're trying to take care of our camera situation. If not, we'll bring it to you radio style. But nevertheless, we're here. We're going to bring it to you one way or the other. We're at Coal City here at the Gym at Independence, and it's a Raleigh County battle between 1-0 Liberty and 0-1 Independence. And I look across the way, Eric, and I see Liberty ready to come out. We're waiting for Independence. Like I said, I really don't know what the holdup is of why they don't go ahead and put the 20 on the clock and run it down. And
I think it may be the referees.
Well, I was getting ready to say, I don't see officials. So
yeah, the officials have to come out and
like I said,
it.
There was some, I think there was a little confusion as when the game was actually going to tip, whether it be 7 or 7:30. And I knew that when I got here at 5:30, the JV game hadn't started yet. And I was like, there's no way you're going to play a full JV game and put 20 minutes on the clock, warm up, introduce the players, and tip the varsity game in an hour and a half. There's no way that was going to happen.
Yeah, there's no way possible of doing that. And we'll just, when they throw the ball up in the air, that's when we'll get it going.
But I think you're right, Eric. I don't see officials. And, this wouldn't be if the officials – hopefully they'll show. I got my fingers crossed. But if they don't show, it wouldn't be the first time that's happened to me. I've had that happen in a football game a few years back in, 2014. Beckley and Capital homecoming to Pack Stadium, and I remember the kickoff at 7:30, Eric, and I'm looking around and I'm thinking it's 7:25, and I've yet to see the ones that count. I've yet to see the officials, and the game never took place because the officials never made it on a confusion there. But hopefully that's not going to be the case here tonight.
Yeah, hopefully not. And I know you have 2 sets of refs usually, in the JV game was only called. They only had 2 refs for that, so. Let's see. It's early in the season. Someone could be at another gym. It could be at Liberty.
Could be. And actually, to tell you, now that you say that, these 2 teams are playing middle school next door. And the scheduling, you think, like you have Trap Hill Middle School playing Independence Middle School in the school right beside us of like I said, the middle school and then the high school's playing here. You would hope, and I know it's tough for ADs trying to make these schedules, but you would hope that you think that you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't put Liberty on the road on the same night against the same team on the road side by side like that.
Yeah, and I don't think many of these middle school teams are in concert with the, as being a feeder school with the ADs for the high schools. So I guess it's just copy and paste. There we have refs.
We have refs, and if they need us, Eric, you and I are always available because we have an advantage. We have the video.
Yeah.
So I do see, and actually they only had 2 officials for the JV. So they have 2 varsity, and then one of the officials from JV will come into the varsity. Now they put the time on the clock. Okay, there's Liberty making their way out on the floor. Independence ready to do the same. We'll take our first break here in the Beckley Auto Mall pregame show as you're watching live streaming coverage of Raleigh County High School basketball, streaming live on Video Productions.
Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall with 3 locations for your convenience. 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 2723 Old Bluefield Road in Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
At Window World of Beckley, we know windows.
Did you know that Window World has sold over 3 million windows nationwide?
That's a lot of windows and a lot to satisfy customers.
Choose from picture, bay, bow, sliding, and double hung windows and more.
Our windows are backed by the Good Housekeeping Seal of Approval, and we have a lifetime warranty.
There's never been a better time than now to buy windows.
Call Window World today, 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW for your free estimate.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Welcome back to the Beckley Auto Mall pregame show here at Independence High School in Coal City, West Virginia. With Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry. Dee Pennington producing and directing. And Robbie Mounts is on camera and helping Dee produce and direct as well. While we got a minute, we want to thank the good folks from Giovanni's. Mamma Mia! If you're not Italian going in, you'll be Italian coming out, as they had our pregame meal here this evening. Locations here at Leicester Square when you're making your way to Independence or anything in the Sophie area, or down near Liberty and Glen Daniels. Giovanni's Pizza, Mamma Mia! Well, Eric, both of these teams have finally made their way out, going through their warm-ups. The home opener for Independence, they are 0-1. They lost to Wyoming East. Liberty, they defeated Van by 2 points, and they did it, as you mentioned, on the road. So Liberty, with already one road victory, trying to make it 2 in a row.
Yeah, and they would love to come across town rival and get a victory tonight against Independence. And I think you'll see some growing pains early with this Independence basketball team. You know, a new cast of characters, a couple of stable young men. I remember the James kid really can fill it up if he gets hot. We had a chance, that be Jordan James Maris. Remember, we had a chance to do a game, and I think he knocked 7 threes down in a game last year, and he really when he gets cooking, he can really shoot it.
And the thing about this Independence team that Coach Jenkins inherited, it is a veteran bunch, because they'll start 4 of the 5 players at Independence will start are seniors.
Yeah, and he has a few freshmen that he likes that's coming up, and he's added a couple of players that haven't played much basketball, and they're a little green. But just look for Coach Jenkins. He's a veteran coach as well, and he'll get the best out of this team.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Coach Jenkins had been the coach at Westside, and this is his first season here at Independence. And on the flip side, Coach Williams, when you take a look at Liberty, they have 3 of their starting 5 seniors, and then they're mixed in with a couple of juniors.
Yeah, and that's why I think both of these teams match up really well. And, we'll get to the keys of the game later, but early on it just looks like whoever will take care of the basketball will early on will have the advantage.
So both the teams going through their warm-ups. Of course, Independence will be wearing the white home uniforms trimmed in blue, and Liberty warming up to the far side to our left, wearing the black uniforms trimmed in white. And, you know, the thing about it, the history of these schools, they both opened the same year, 1976. And if you put a blindfold on you and brought you to the one school and you went inside, you wouldn't know if you're at Liberty and Independence, because they're built off the same blueprint. They look exactly alike.
Yeah, and the only thing that's different is one's red, white, blue, and the other one's red, white, and black.
Yeah, and like I said, if you put a blindfold on you and you didn't see that color, or you took you to a certain part of the buildings where you couldn't see the color scheme, you wouldn't know if you were in Glen Daniel or if you're here in Coal City.
Yes, exactly built exactly the same, that's for sure.
And, you know, Eric, I remember the first time when the schools opened, before their football field was ready here, and you may remember this being a little younger than I am, but Independence's first year in 1976, they played 2 games at Stokoe, 2 at Sophia, and they opened up at which is now Bob Pruitt Stadium up beside Park, was the old Van Meter Stadium. And it was Liberty and Independence when the schools opened up, and that was the very first game played up there in Beckley. So that's what Independence had to do that first year. 1 game in Beckley and then 2 in Stokoe and then 2 in Sophia.
Well, they did that all the way up until the mid-'80s.
Is that right?
Yes. Yeah, they played they would rotate 3 at Sophia, 2 1 year at Stokoe, and vice versa. But that's how it always was.
Yeah, until they actually have
the stadium
that they have now,
probably
of which
85.
which they were the dominant team and have played 6 playoff games in that stadium over the last 2 years.
Yes. Yep.
So anyway, teams going through the warm-ups. Go ahead and take our second break here in the Beckley Auto Mall pregame show. You're watching live streaming coverage of high school basketball here on Video Productions.
Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall with 3 locations for your convenience. 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 2723 Old Bluefield Road in Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
And we welcome you back to Coal City, West Virginia, here at Independence High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, Dee Pennington, producing and directing, as we're getting you ready for the game between the Liberty Raiders and the Independence Patriots, 2 Raleigh County teams, as Liberty 1-0 and Independence 0-1. At this time, we want to thank one of our streaming partners, Indoor Air. And Indoor Air is a proud sponsor of Raleigh County High School sports. For all your heating and cooling needs, you can call the fine folks at Indoor Air at 304-890-2212. Well, Eric, as the teams are going through their warm-ups, and you and I have just had an opportunity to work some scrimmage games at Shady on December 3rd, and then we've done a couple of girls' games. We've done Beckley and South Charleston and Beckley and John Marshall. And by the way, 2 exciting girls' games, and by the way, Beckley on the road tonight against Bluefield, but Thursday we'll be adding the game, and it'll be the Beckley girls against Pikeview at Beckley. Now, that was scheduled to be Friday, but there was a scheduling conflict because Beckley boys will open up their season against Greenbrier East on video productions from the Raleigh County Convention Center, and the Beckley girls were scheduled to play Pikeview across town, and obviously that didn't make sense to play the boys and girls at home on the same night, so they have moved the girls to Thursday night, and you and I will have that game on Thursday night.
Yeah, and Pikeview, we had a chance to do Beckley-Pikeview girls last year, and that was a great game. Pikeview has a good program, and they play a good brand of basketball, and I look for the Beckley girls to really grow and get better as this year goes on.
But while we got a minute, Eric, I want to get your take on some of the teams that you've had an opportunity to watch the day that you and I did some scrimmage games over at Shady, and then also just what you've been able to see or what you've been told or some of the better teams. First of all, we'll just start in the area and then we'll go statewide. But here in the area, who are some of the better teams that our viewers can say, hey, whether we have them on video production or not, this is going to be a really, really good team.
Well, of course, the top dog, is going to be Shady Spring Tigers. I think it's their right now. It's their state championship to really lose. I mean, I know a lot can happen, but I think losing in that state championship game the way they did against Fairmont, I think they're going to be really, really focused on getting back to Charleston and cutting the nets down. And as far as Beckley, I think the Beckley team is a young team, and they only won, 5 games last year.
Right.
And I think they're going to surprise some people. I think they're going to be a lot better. They're going to have some growing pains, but I know they'll put a lot better product out on the court this year. And Greenbrier East, they'll have not a lot of size, but they had a lot of quick players. And I think, of course, anytime Beckley and Greenbrier East plays, that's going to bring out the best in both squads. And but I think early on, maybe the section favorite as far as with Beckley, Princeton's a veteran team. And I like what I saw out of them. When they scrimmaged, I think it was St. Albans we did that game.
Right.
And I think they'll be a tough out for anybody in that section.
And also, Princeton looked really good in that scrimmage you're referring to against St. Albans, and they beat Riverside really bad the other night, and they've got another win, but they don't even have their best player, so they're going without their top player, and he's been injured. And talking about the Cochran kid, and
yes.
then when he comes back, Princeton should be really good.
And that'll give him some size and inside presence once he gets back.
And I said really good, actually really better. They're already good. And just to touch on what you said about Shady and Beckley, you're right. I think Shady would be the favorite. I did have a chance to watch Fairmont and Logan over the weekend that Video Productions had. Fairmont won that game against Logan. And then also the Beckley team last year, as you referred to, only won 5 games last year. Record-wise was the worst record in over 100 years of basketball. But they got a real youth movement. And you and I did that Beckley Hurricane game, and we were very impressed what we came away with, that out of their top 8, 5 of them are just freshmen.
Yeah, freshmen. It's definitely a youth movement. And I think that day they only had 1 senior on the roster that actually got in the game. So, yeah, if you can get that youth to grow up, which I think a lot of those guys have a lot of big games under their belt with travel basketball and all that, the AAU and the circuit. And I just think they'll put a great product out there this year.
We're about 5 minutes away of starting this game here between Independence and Liberty, a Raleigh County battle. Liberty 1-0, a 56-54 winner over Van. Independence lost on the road at Wyoming East. And we talked about it in the previous segment. You look at this Independence team, 4 of their 5 starters are seniors. Then you've added a couple of, as we like to say, KG enforcers off the football team, which is J.D. Monroe and Jordan Harvey. So they'll be in the mix in the top 7 of Independence's team. And then on the flip side, Liberty with 3 of their starting 5 seniors.
Yeah, and Liberty's guys, we had a chance to, as you said, did their games last year. A couple of those guys are really, really athletic and will get after it. But I'd like to say about Jordan Harvey and J.D. Monroe, they'll be able to set good screens, I'm guessing, picks probably for.
Well, I know last year you always was kidding with J.D. Monroe that he got 3 fouls on him in the first 30 seconds, and that's what I told him tonight when I saw him. I said, my partner says that you're going to commit 3 fouls in the first 30 seconds. He said it'll be 45 seconds tonight. With that said, we'll go ahead and take our final pregame break. Both teams going through their warm-ups, and we're about 3.5 minutes away from getting the game started. You're watching live streaming coverage of boys Raleigh County High School basketball, streaming live on Video Productions.
Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 2723 Old Bluefield Road in Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi. Motley's Plumbing and Heating of Beckley, West Virginia is now hiring journeyman or master plumbers. You must have a West Virginia plumbing license and a valid driver's license. All interested parties may apply at Motley's Plumbing and Heating at 101 First Street, Beckley, West Virginia. Or interested applicants can call 304-253-HELP. Once again, you may apply in person at Motley's Plumbing and Heating, 101 First Street, Beckley, West Virginia. Motley's Plumbing and Heating is an equal opportunity employer.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Nachos, better with Pepsi.
And we welcome you back to Independence High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. And Eric, we're moments away from getting the ball game started. A Raleigh County battle between Liberty 1-0 against Independence 0-1. And for the visiting team, Liberties, we take a look at their starting lineup. As I mentioned in the segments before, they have three seniors. Jalen Cook, Zach Bowman, and Connor Cantley, the three seniors for Liberty, and the two juniors are Rashawn Sims and Ethan Williams. As we get ready to have the national anthem, then we'll tell you Independence's starting lineup right after we have the playing of our national anthem. Well, we think we'll have the playing of the national anthem. You got to understand, Eric, this is the home opener, so maybe we're trying to work out the kinks.
Crowd's going to sing it.
Yep. And, you know, Eric, they did a really good job, and I think most of those was the student body from Independence, but sometimes you have to call an audible, and that was the case on that one. But as we take a look now at the Independence lineup, and like I said, they have four seniors and a junior. The lone junior starting like Chris Lilly. The seniors are Jordan James, and you had mentioned him in an earlier segment, and I remember him from last year, how he can really shoot the long ball, and that's a big plus for Independence.
Yeah, he was a spark early off the bench, and then they start working him into the starting lineup, and it really paid dividends last year, and I look for him to be a leader and a scorer for him this year.
You have Colton Hughes in the starting lineup. Corey Shoemate, and Shoemate is really the only size Independence has. He's 6'4", and you have Zach Smith. So you have Lilly, who's 5'8". You have James, who's 5'9". Hughes is 5'11". Smith is 6 foot. Like I said, really the only size, Corey Shoemate, the real post player that Independence has at 6'4".
Yeah, and I think but their height, they match up, though, with Liberty as far as that, because both teams in stature don't have a lot of size.
Right, because Liberty, you're talking about Jalen Cook, 6 foot, Bowman, 6 foot, Cantley, 5'10", and then Sims, 6'1", and Williams, 5'10". Right. So right, they don't. There's neither one of these teams really have size other than, like I said, Corey Shoemate. So he'll have an advantage of whomever's guarding him if Liberty decides to play man-to-man.
Yeah, and look for maybe to have an advantage rebound, and second chance shots and turnovers will decide this game.
So we're moments away from finally getting the game started as Independence being introduced to the crowd. Liberty have already been introduced, and they're getting their final instructions from their coach. And we are moments away, and we're going to get this game tipped at 7:32, maybe 7:33, but moments away. I'm glad you're with us streaming live here on Video Productions. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas, Dee Pennington producing and directing. Robbie Mounts on site here. And Eric, basketball, we just finished football. And like I said, we've done scrimmage games. We've done a couple of girls' games and our first boys' game of the season. I'm really looking forward to this.
Yeah, I'm excited and couldn't ask for anything better than Independence and Liberty to be our first game. Rivalry, these kids, this is for bragging rights right here.
So it will be Sims in the center circle to jump against Shoemates. Sims from Liberty and Shoemate from Independence. And we are just about ready to go. Put the ball in the air, and we're underway. Raleigh County style, Liberty down at Glen Daniel, and we're here at Coal City against the Independence Patriots. So it looks like, Eric, right off the bat, first possession, Independence going to sit back in the zone.
Create a turnover right off the gate.
And trying to get a run out. And so we'll see what Liberty decides to do. Looks like Liberty is going to play man-to-man. So here's Independence. As Eric told you, they got a turnover. There's a 3-ball from the left side, and it looked like it hit the siding, and the officials just play on, but normally that's a dead ball. As there's a turnover by Liberty. So 2 possessions for Liberty and 2 turnovers.
Yeah, 2 turnovers and a bad-looking shot. Nerves right there, probably for Independence early on, as Liberty is leading in the turnover column right now.
So here's Lilly bringing it up. Here's a 3-ball from the left side. Good from downtown. Colton Hughes, the first points of the game as he rings the bell from 3. That was a good-looking shot. Not quite a minute into the game. Liberty trying to get the ball inside. There's a nice drive to the basket.
Be a charge.
An offensive foul. So 3 possessions and 3 turnovers for Liberty, yes.
And that was a good defensive stand right there as they baited Liberty into a drive, that being Independence, and sitting there and taking a charge.
So here comes the Patriots on the attack with Chris Lilly. On a drive, little weave, and now Independence will turn it over. That was Hughes on the drive. He hit the first 3, and he was penetrating and thought he had somebody else to spot up, and he throws it away.
Yeah, it looks like Independence might be in a little matchup zone here.
Here's Liberty trying to run something ahead of the lane, and Independence knocks the ball out of bounds. It'll stay with Liberty's side out.
Yeah, Colton Hughes for Independence has been real active. He's hit the 3. Of course, he turned it over once, but almost came up with a steal there.
So here's Ethan Williams with it, setting the offense for Liberty. And there's a drive on the left side, going in a little short shot, just right across the front of the rim. That shot was put up by Bowman, and back the other way, here comes the Independence. We got a foul in the lane.
Yeah, now I think, is that going to be on the shot or on the ground?
I think it was on the drive.
On the drive, and that foul was whistled on
Bowman.
On Bowman.
Yep, so Independence will inbound the ball, and they'll have it up under their own basket, and they get the ball inside to Shoemate. He puts up the short shot, no good. The long rebound comes out to Lilly in the lane, in and out, no good. That ball was halfway down, and a good, strong rebound that time by Cantley for Liberty. Raiders on the attack. Liberty trying to figure out this zone. Sims has it now on the left elbow. Here's a drive down the lane. Perhaps got away with a travel. They may call a foul, but I thought there for a minute Cantley took the extra step and got away with a walk, and that's what one referee's going to say. One had a foul, one had a walk, but I think I was correct. Obviously I am now, because the referee saw it my way, Eric, and it will be a Liberty turnover.
Yeah, and that will be their 4th early on in the game.
So here's Independence on the attack. Nice drive to the basket, and there's a travel. 1 step too many.
Yeah, he tried to do the Euro, but he drug the pivot as he was Euro, and so.
Yeah, Euroed too much, and that's the turnover that time on Colton Hughes back the other way. So we just got the 1 3-ball made, and Liberty having a hard time trying to figure out this Independent zone, and we've played 2.5 minutes. Here's a 3 ball from the left corner. Back iron, no good. That was a good look that time by Bowman. He couldn't get it to go. And Bowman comes out of there on the steal. Back the other way. 3 ball on the right side for Liberty. In and out, no good. That was Cook on that shot. And here comes Independence racing back the other way. Hughes puts up the shot, no good. Here's Liberty out in the open floor. Nice defensive play by Independence that time by Lilly.
That's 5 turnovers in the first 3 minutes for Liberty. But the thing is, they're kind of weathering the storm at being only down 3-0.
That was a nice block. Nice defensive play that time by Sims. And it'll stay with Independence under their own basket. Shoemate will put it in play. Cheerleaders have a piece of paper of their cheers. Good thing that Shoemate didn't step on it. Here's a 3 ball from the right side. Is no good. That is by Jordan James. And they caught it this time. It hit the top railing of the extension on the backboard. And when it does that, it's automatic dead ball.
Well, that's the shot that the Independence probably wants. Jordan James shooting, had a good open look, just not able to knock it down early.
So here's Liberty on the attack. And the one thing, and you mentioned it, Eric, even though Liberty has not been able to score, Independence has only made the 1 basket. Here's a 3 for the tie. That's no good. That shot was put up by Williams. And back the other way. Here comes Independence with it with Jordan James. He turns it over. Now Shoemate gets it and puts it up and in. Corey Shoemate in the right place at the right time to get a steal and put it up and in. So we played almost half of this first quarter and Liberty yet to score. And they've got some good looks, just not able to knock the shots down.
Yeah, the name of the game is making shots, and right now they've started a chilly 0 for 4.
They get the ball inside. Sims goes up, off the window, no good. They'll draw the foul. That was a good move to the basket as Rashawn Sims, a 6'1 junior, will get to the line to shoot a pair for Liberty.
I'm going to see who that was whistled on. That was whistled on Chris Lilly on the shot, as Sims will be able to get to the line to shoot 2.
So Sims will shoot a pair. Left-hander, first free throw on its way, no good. So Sims will shoot the back end of the 2-shot opportunity. Sims ready, free throw on its way, and that's no good. He missed them both, and it'll go out of bounds over to Independence. So Liberty's going to extend full court pressure as Hughes will put it in play. And Liberty turns them over. And we got a foul on a drive to the basket as Cantley went to the basket for Liberty. And he was in the act of shooting. He'll get to the line to shoot a pair.
And that'll be on Colton Hughes. That'll be the team's second and his second. And Liberty still yet to score. Oh, they're going to call that on the ground?
Yeah, they're going to say it was on the drive, so apparently not in the act of shooting. Liberty will inbound under their own basket.
Excuse me, on the floor.
Yeah. Out to Bowman.
This zone is really.
There's a deep 3 from the right side, and kaboom!
Williams.
The 3 ball. Just as soon as you say it, this zone's giving problems. Ethan Williams dials it up from a different zip code, and Liberty's on the board. And now we got a foul on Liberty on the inbounds play. And Liberty will dip into its bench. And I'll have to see who that is coming in, because soon as I put the sheet away that the coach told me that only the people that he gave me would play, someone else comes in the game. I should know better after 30-odd years of doing this, and there's a timeout by Independence. So we'll take a quick 30-second break as you're watching live streaming coverage of high school basketball here on Video Productions.
Every year, the big banks raise their fees while reducing the services they provide. How do they get away with that? If you were to join Pioneer Community Bank, your money would stay right here, supporting a local business, which results in lower fees and better customer service for you. Sounds like a plan. So you're not really stuck with the big banks and their policies. Keep your money where it belongs, right here with Pioneer Community Bank. Pioneer Community Bank, with locations in Beckley, Yeager, Sophia, Moore, and Welch. Member FDIC.
And we're back here at Coal City, West Virginia. With Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry. Out of the timeout, Devin Price will check into the Liberty scheme of things. Independence side out. And Patriots on the attack. Here's Hughes on the drive. Round the horn they go. Nice pass inside. Shoemate goes up, and the ball is swatted out of bounds from behind. It'll stay with Independence. That was good defense by Liberty.
It was good defense, but it's just one thing that I think that younger players, they need to take out. If he doesn't use that dribble and just catches and goes up and shoots, he gets it off.
And if he caught it cleanly, I think he would have had an easy layup. Here's a 15-footer from the right elbow. In and out, no good. That ball was halfway down, and it pops back out on Jordan James. Scramble for the loose ball, and Liberty try to save it when they cannot. It'll stay with Independence.
Yeah, that was heartbreak city right there for James. That ball did everything but go in.
Yeah, he had a nice release, good look, about 15 feet from the right elbow. The ball kind of just spun around and popped back out on him. So both teams having a hard time right now getting it going offensively, and there's a three dialed up, which is too short. Ball hits the front of the rim, and once again, that was another good look by Jordan James, and he's had three really good looks, and shots that he normally makes, he's not connected on either of the three.
Yeah, but expect that kid to keep shooting. You have to forget the misses and think that the next shot you shoot is going to go in. I know I always did.
Well, and I'm sure Coach Jenkins has a lot of faith and a lot of trust in James and wants Jordan James to continue to shoot. Meanwhile, here's a rejection in the paint. Here's Independence on a layup coast to coast, and that's Chris Lilly with the finish.
Good looking run out for Chris Lilly to get into the scoring column.
Here's a baseline drive on the left side, a lot of contact. And see, to me, Eric, even though the ball went in, I like that continuation. I know they don't call that high school, but that should be a continuation because he made the shot. That was a nice drive by Bowman right there on the left baseline.
Yeah, and that's going to hit Corey Shoemate with his first, team's third.
So Liberty will inbound on the baseline. They get it inside. There's triple teamed, and Liberty now throws the ball back out, almost threw it away. Williams with it. Gets it over to Bowman. They get the ball inside, and Shoemate takes it away. They try to get the ball to Cook. Back the other way comes Independence. Here's Lilly into the lane, 14-footer, good. Nice play. They found Chris Lilly trailing the play, and he knocks down the 14-footer, and we got a timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them, 30-second break. We'll be right back. You're watching live streaming coverage of Raleigh County High School basketball here on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
And we welcome you back to Independence High School. Along with Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry. And Eric, we got an update on the Beckley girls. At the end of the first quarter, the Beckley girls lead Bluefield 14-3.
Beckley girls, this is their first road adventure, and I look for them to really, really turn it on. They seem like they're playing, they're having fun. The two games that we've done, they seem like they really like one another, and they're playing good ball.
14-3, 2 touchdowns and an extra point for Beckley and a field goal for Bluefield. How about that? All right, here's out of the timeout. Nice give and go back door, right of the lane. Count if it goes, it goes. That was a well-executed play. And the young man who had checked in, Devin Price, will get to the line to try to polish off a three-point play. But that's really old-style basketball, Eric, as we watch that. The head of the lane right there. And then backdoor for the and one.
Yeah, and that was a great drive, a great pass out off of the cut. And Devin Price, instant offense coming in as he tries to complete the three-point play.
And let's see if he does. He does not. The battle for the rebound, and Independence comes out of there with it. We got a foul on Liberty on the rebound.
Well, that last foul on Independence was on Corey Shoemate, and that's the team's fourth, and they didn't put it up. It's 14 fouls to 4 right now in the first
here's
quarter.
Liberty going to go with a little bit of a trap. Nice drive to the basket, right of the lane. The shot is up and no good. That shot that time was put up by Colton Hughes, and the battle for the rebound, it'll stay with Independence. Cameron Vandal, a 6'4 senior, has checked into the Independence lineup. And Vandal, now they'll be side out. And putting the ball in play will be Colton Hughes. Billy has it now back to Hughes, trying to use that size advantage. There's double team, triple team in the post. There's a two-man game of three. Good. That's good offense, and that's a shooter's touch by Lilly, who dials up the three. Yeah, if you like that basketball, putting the ball in the post, you triple team, the big guy in the post, got to throw it out for the three ball.
Yeah, good look, good recognition by the post player to throw it back out.
And good Independence defense as they turn Liberty over with a travel. So back the other way will come Independence. 7-point lead right here, biggest lead of the game. Liberty once again trying to extend the pressure. Hughes on the drive, and he throws that one away.
Yeah, it's just a tough pass to make.
Well, he probably thought, by the look of that, he thought that maybe Jordan James was going to spot up for a three. And
yeah.
James attacked the basket, and he threw it over his head.
I think Jordan James thought he was going to shoot it and was getting into rebound position.
So here's Liberty with it. Here's a three from the right side. That's short. It was an air ball, and that's one thing you never do. You throw it back in, and not only they throw it back in and give up the basket, and they commit a foul.
Never, throw it back in underneath the basket.
Yeah, your own basket, and then Cook able to catch. Actually, not Cook, beg your pardon, Price. And Price has been a spark for Liberty off the bench. So Devin Price will get to the free throw line, a 5'7 senior, and he cannot finish a three-point play, but there's a rebound off the missed free throw. They kick it back out for a three ball. Jalen Cook rings the three.
And just like that, Liberty's back in it, cutting the lead to 2.
Here's a three on the other end for Independence. Back iron, no good. That was put up by Ashton Arthur, a freshman. And here's Liberty on the attack. The shot doesn't go, but that'll be a foul. And the fouls are starting to mount up for Independence now, as getting to the line will be Zachary Bowman for Liberty.
Yeah, and this is in the first quarter, the team's 16 foul for Independence. So from here on out, the next foul, Liberty's shooting the bonus.
But here's the thing, though, Eric. Liberty has not really been able to cash in at the free throw line.
They're 0 for 4 to this point.
Here's the free throw, and it is no good. So 0 for 5. And, it's one thing when you get to the line, but if you don't make them, it doesn't do you very much to get there.
Yeah, I mean, right now you're leaving points on the board, and even with this make, you're down 1 with Independence having a chance for the last shot.
And he missed them both, but they get the offensive rebound. Here's Price with a pass. He probably should have taken that, and he turns it over. Vandal got the loose ball, and here comes Independence on a run out. And there was a lot of contact, no whistle.
Contact.
As James misses the shot back the other way. Price delivers again for Liberty to tie the game, and that's the end of the quarter. At the end of 1, your scores all even up, 12 apiece between Liberty and Independence. You're watching live streaming coverage of high school basketball here on Video Productions.
Time is upon us, and Hometown Kia of Beckley wants to make your Christmas red, white, and green this year. Green in savings on a new Kia at Hometown Kia. Reindeer aren't a dependable form of transportation anymore, but an all-new Kia Telluride is. Right now, the staff at Hometown Kia are ready to step up and help Santa make your Christmas bright with a purchase or lease on a new Kia. Don't let the Grinch steal your Christmas savings. Keep that money in your stocking this year. Savings this big won't fit in Santa's bag. So you need to get out to Hometown Kia today or online at hometownkia.com.
Here at the Cracker Barrel, home-style food and great value go hand in hand, with favorites like slow-simmered chicken and dumplings starting at $7.99, or perfectly golden fluffy buttermilk pancakes with your own bottle of warm syrup. Come fill up on favorites without emptying your wallet. Cracker Barrel. Take care now.
And we welcome you back to Independence High School. And, Eric, it looked like a tale of 2 quarters in the first quarter. Independence got the better of Liberty in the first quarter, and then Liberty finished the quarter on a 7-0 run to get the game tied at 12.
Yeah, and Liberty got that all on the shoulders of Devin Price coming off the bench to give them a spark with 6 points in the quarter.
And just think, if Liberty could have made even half of their free throws, they would have the lead in this game.
Yeah, they're 0 for 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, so not only just half, if they just would have made one free throw out of the 6, they would have the lead in this going to the second quarter.
And, I mean, that comes up big. I mean, you have to make those free throws. You need to cash in on those.
Yeah, because you and I both think that the game is going to go away that first quarter. It's going to be back and forth and tight, and it may come down to making free throws.
Yeah.
So we start the second quarter. We're all even. And Jordan Harvey has checked in for Independence to get his first action. Fresh off a football, and he powers his way to the basket and leaves it for Vandal. It's rejected from behind. Nice defense by Liberty. Liberty going for the first lead to the basket, puts up the short shot, no good. Tipped out of bounds over to Independence. So Liberty's on a 7-0 run going back to the first quarter. They've yet to lead in the ball game. And here's Independence trying to regain the lead with this possession. Lilly on the drive. He's stripped going in. Here come the Raiders on the attack. Hard of the basket, right of the lane. The shot's up, no good, and there's going to be an offensive foul against Jalen Cook for Liberty.
That'll be Jalen's first.
And that's a pretty good call, I think, too. You can watch the video. He went in there like a locomotive as he went in there and attacks the basket.
Yeah, got just a little out of control. Right play, just a little more under control.
Maybe pull up and shoot a little short shot. The ball goes inside to Vandal on the post. Little jump hook, no good. Good defense by Liberty. And back the other way. Here's Price on the attack, going hard to the basket. A lot of contact, and that's an offensive foul.
It's back-to-back charges on Liberty team. Now the fouls are mounting up both ways. That's 16 fouls at the 7:06 mark of the second period. So we'll have a free throw fest from here on out.
Yeah, it was a good job by Vandal to be able to take that charge. Liberty has never led. Independence trying to regain the lead. Liberty currently on a 7-0 run going back to the first quarter. Here's a three from the right side. Back iron no good by Lilly. And on the long rebound, you're right, Eric, it's free throw time because whomever they called the foul, and I think that's a Liberty foul, we're over the limit. So with 6:48 left in the half.
No, I think that was called on
it was on Liberty,
Jordan
right?
James.
Oh, no, James?
Yes.
Oh, well, beg your pardon. It's 1-1 because both teams are over the limit. So it'll be free throws the rest of the half with 6:48 left in it.
Yeah, and right now stepping to the line is Zachary Bowman, and who is already 0 for 2 at the free throw line. Let's see if Liberty can cash in on their first 2 points from the charity stripe.
Yeah, got 1-1. Liberty is yet to lead in the game, and they've yet to make a free throw. And Bowman's free throw is good, and that's the first free throw made, and that's the first lead in the ball game. And it's an 8-0 Liberty run going back to the first quarter. So Bowman will now get the bonus opportunity.
Yeah, maybe that'll get them off the snide to see if they can string two in a row together.
That free throw is in and out, no good. But for the third time on a missed free throw, an offensive rebound, and they dial up a three. Jalen Cook steps behind the line and drills a three ball.
And that's his second long ball of the night.
It's 11-0 run for Liberty. Here's a shot into the lane, back iron, no good. Boy, there's some good looks by Jordan James. He just cannot get it to fall thus far. And here's Liberty on the attack. There's a drive on the right baseline. They get the ball inside, and there's a Independence foul. And it's going to be 2 shots for Cook. That was a nice cut to the basket by Liberty's Cook.
Yes, that's a foul, I think, on Colton Hughes. That'll be his second, Maris, and that's the team's 8th. They're 2 away at the almost 6-minute mark from the double bonus.
Yeah, and the free throw is no good. And just think, Liberty has only made 1 free throw, but 3 different times where Liberty has missed a free throw, they've gotten an offensive rebound.
Yeah, and they're killing the Patriots right now on the glass. And you're right, if there's one thing that's keeping Independence in this within shouting distance is free throw shooting by Liberty.
Yeah, all these missed free throws. They get 1 of 2 there. And it's a 12-0 Liberty run going back into the first quarter. And now we're going to have a Liberty foul. And you mentioned, Eric, we could go with a foul fest, a free throw shooting contest, it looks like. Or maybe not a foul, but just out of bounds.
They called a side out, yes.
So checking into the Independence lineup will be Zach Smith back into the lineup. So you want to be able to play smart, be able to play when the fouls have mounted up the way they have. So here's Independence. Here's a 3-ball straight away, no good. That 3-ball was put up by Hughes, and we got a foul on the rebound, and we'll walk the length of the floor, like I said, Eric. And, you know, if you foul, you got to call it, but I know that back when they played with Peach Baskets with Dr. Naismith, he did not invent or envision a free throw shooting contest like this.
And right now that's 9 fouls, and the fouls are really fouls. I think both teams need to learn to play a little defense without hand checking, and just some of them you shouldn't foul 40 feet away from the basket.
Right, and some of that's too, you got to know situational, but just think if Liberty, they're up 5, just think if they would make a portion of their free throws. As this free throw is good.
Zach Bowman makes one. See if he can cash in on the bonus here.
So Bowman will get the bonus opportunity. And the free throw on its way is good. He got them both. 14-0 run by Liberty going back into the first quarter. And Independence has been stuck on 12 for the longest time. We're probably looking at almost 5 minutes of game time.
Definitely a drought going right now. They just need to run some offense and try to get it inside.
And they do, right on cue, and a foul and an and one, and that's exactly what they need. Nice drive and a lay down that time for Corey Shoemate. Shoemate gets the hoop and the harm, and we'll try to polish off a three-point play.
And I think Jalen Cook is going to be whistled for that foul, and that'll be their 7th. And so Independence is in the bonus, 1 plus the bonus here on out.
So with 5:46 left in the half, it'll be free throws the rest of the way by both teams as Corey Shoemate will try to polish off a three-point play. But that was Independence's first bucket in over 5 minutes going back to the first quarter, and Shoemate does convert on the three-point play.
And Independence should thank the Liberty Raiders for being so inept at the free throw line, because now they're still only down 4 when they could be down as many as 10.
So here's Price. He's given Liberty, Liberty turns it over. I was going to say Price has given them a spark off the bench, and Liberty that time turns it over. New player into the game, Marty Riley in, a 6'1" sophomore for Liberty. He turns it over.
It looks like Liberty switched up and gone to the man-to-man.
Yep, they got to play defense with your feet, not with your hands, not reaching, not grabbing. And like you said, Eric, all the fouls they called were fouls going into the post. Tough shot for Shoemate. That was really good defense that time, and Shoemate kind of forced that into the center of the lane.
Yeah, the right idea by Independence, though, because they have a decided height advantage right now with this lineup that Liberty has on the floor.
Yeah, Bowman got into the lane, a little out of control, nowhere to go with it, and he turns it over for Liberty.
And, you know, other than free throws, Liberty's only attempted 3 shot attempts in this quarter.
Yeah. I know it's early in the season, second game for both teams, and you can kind of see that. And like I said, both fan bases says, "There's a nice move, just missed the shot." That shot was up by Hughes, but both fan bases just got to be a little patient going through the growing pains. There's a 3 dialed up, which is no good, and we've got a foul on the rebound, and that will go against Liberty. The foul's on Riley. We'll walk the length of the floor and shoot free throws.
They just have to figure out who's shooting.
Yeah, and let's see who is going to shoot. It might be Lilly. And it will be. Or no, it won't be Lilly. I beg your pardon.
Looks like Zach Smith.
You are correct. Well, Lilly, Lilly was in on the play, but it will be Smith. So Smith will get to the line, and it'll be 1-and-1 time for Independence. And the free throw on its way, no good. Battle for the rebound. It's out of bounds, and it goes off of Independence. It'll go over to Liberty.
So Independence is unable to cash in on a 1-and-1.
So here's Williams getting the ball to Price. They double team him. Here's a steal. Here's Independence on the drive. Nice hands. They battle for the loose ball. It's out of bounds. It'll go off Independence over to Liberty. Both teams are playing hard. They may not be playing as well, obviously, as well as they'd like, but they're both playing hard.
Yeah, they're both battling, and a lot of turnovers, and, you know, guys are getting on the floor and really scrapping.
Independence extending the defense. They turned Liberty over the last time. They turn them over again here, as that's Jordan James with the steal. And now James turns the ball right back over. Here's Price in the open floor. Liberty right of the lane for the layup. Liberty on a nice run out converts an easy bucket right of the lane. Getting the ball inside to Shoemate. They got a big height advantage. They double team him. They throw the ball back out to Arthur, and he drains a three. Ashton Arthur, the 5'9" freshman, rings the bell from downtown. They double team Price in the corner. He's in trouble. They whip it around, and we have got a whistle and a timeout, a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it right here. And at this time, we want to be able to thank one of our streaming partners, which is Indoor Air. Indoor Air is a proud sponsor of Raleigh County Sports. For all your heating and cooling needs, you can dial the fine folks at Indoor Air at 304-890-2212. Coming up at the half, we'll recap the first half. We'll have team and individual totals. And right now, Eric, it's a tight game, but we've had more missed free throws and more fouls really than anything else.
Yeah, in this quarter alone, Liberty has attempted 6 free throws, and they're 4 of 6, their best shooting thus far, but they've only got 4 shots up
from the floor.
The floor.
Yeah, because Liberty, they missed their first 6 free throws, didn't they?
Yes.
So out of the timeout, Liberty will have it, and they'll throw the ball into the backcourt to Williams. They'll set the offense, coming down to the final 3.5 here of the first half. Liberty looking over the zone, trying to find somebody free. Price on the right baseline. They double team him. Here's a 15-footer straight away. That shot is no good, put up by Riley. And we got a whistle and a turnover, a travel, and it'll go over to Independence.
And that was on a steal by Liberty right there, and just returned it back over.
So here comes the Patriots with it. Let's see what they set up on this possession, trying to get the ball inside at some point. Now they will launch a three, and that three is put up by Arthur, and it's short back the other way. Liberty on a run out, good. A layup right of the lane, that time by Williams for Liberty. Here's Arthur on the drive. 3 ball on its way, back iron, no good. Once again, another good look for James. He just couldn't get it to go, and a travel. But I'm with you, Eric. If I'm Independent, even though Jordan James has been ice cold, those are good shots he's taken.
I was going to say,
he's not been able to make.
He's not forcing them, just not getting anything to fall, and he still has to keep shooting because they're not bad looks. He's just not knocking them down right now.
Well, there's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here as we'll let you know that coming up on Thursday night, Eric and I will be over at Beckley. And we'll have Beckley and Pikeview girls, and our streaming coverage begins at 7:15, tip at 7:30. And then on Friday night, it'll be boys action as Bill O'Brien and Bob Boland will have the Beckley boys opener as they'll take on Greenbrier East. Greenbrier East went up in the Eastern Panhandle last week, Eric, and they split a games. They beat
Spring Mills,
and they lost to another team up there. I can't remember the other team.
Washington?
It could be, but anyway, I know East is 1-1.
Well, I can give an update on the Beckley girls at halftime at Bluefield. It's 30-12 Beckley.
It sounds like a football score, doesn't it? It was 14-3 at the end of the first quarter. Definitely a football score. 30-12 sounds like a football score.
Well, it looks like they're putting together a couple good quarters, though, a 14-point quarter and a 16-point quarter.
And that's what any coach wants, consistency out of your team.
That's right.
So out of the timeout, Independence will have it. They'll inbound the ball on the baseline. It's a steal. Williams right there to steal it for Liberty. Liberty working around. Now they get the ball inside. Head fake, and they'll draw a foul. That's a nice move inside that time by Cook.
I think they're going to whistle that one on James. And for Independence' sake, I hope it is, because that would have been Corey Shoemate's 3rd foul, and that was on James.
Well, Cook was able to get the ball in the low post, get his man in the air, and then draw the foul. And it's right there as we watch the replay there. And that was a good move that time by Cook. Free throw on its way. It is no good. Wow. Yeah. Eric, I think at halftime, me and you was going to have to go out there and have a free throw shooting clinic as you and I did one time years ago down at Wyoming East.
You know what always surprises me is Cook has knocked down 2 good-looking threes.
Yeah.
And he stepped into the line and just looks ice cold.
Yeah, just not able to make it. He does make 1 of 2. And he gets the lead to 6 points. Biggest lead of the game has been 7, as Independence will inbound side out. Across the way. So here's Lilly with it. Hughes with it now. Around the horn they go. Trying to get the ball inside to Shoemate, and they do. Shoemate with the catch. Goes up in a nice finish. Corey Shoemate.
That was a good-looking high-low right there because Corey Shoemate definitely has the height advantage, and that would be part of my offense.
And that was a nice entry pass, led him right to the basket. Here's Cook. Here's a pass out, 3-ball up and no good. That 3-ball put up by Bowman, and the ball is saved. No, it isn't. It'll be out of bounds. Liberty will keep it. So we got a good game here, this Raleigh County battle. 1-0 Liberty against 0-1 Independence. Glad you're enjoying the game, streaming live on Video Productions. Here's a 3-ball from the left corner. It's too strong. 3-ball put up by Ethan Williams, and back the other way comes Independence with it. They dip the ball inside to Shoemate, and that's a good place to go, and it's an offensive foul on Shoemate. And
wow.
There's their 3rd foul.
Yeah, that's the 3rd foul on Shoemate, and Coach Jenkins is probably going to have to dip into his bench with 1:40 to go in the half. I wouldn't risk defensively here. And that's my book. My book is not the official book. Oh, there it is.
Well, he's coming out of the game. They're going to put Vandal in, and you figure with 1:40 left in the half, now down to 138. You don't want to leave him in there with 3 fouls and take a chance on him getting his 4th. So you want to save those fouls for the defensive end, not on the offensive end. So here's Liberty with it. 3-ball on the left side. Good, as you mentioned before, Eric. Cook struggled at the line, but he doesn't struggle when he shoots the 3-ball, and this will equal the largest lead of the game for Liberty at 7.
Yeah, that's his 2nd 3-pointer of the 2nd quarter.
Here's a steal by Liberty, and now they'll call a held ball, and the possession error will be with Liberty. But that looked like a clean steal before they blew the whistle, and actually that's kind of a break for Independence because now the error is back to them. So Liberty will have it, and on this possession, Eric, an opportunity if Liberty scores to take their largest lead of the game.
Yeah, and Independence looks to trap a little bit out of this.
Getting the ball inside. Good defense there by Independence. And we have a travel, and it'll turn it back over to the Patriots.
Yeah. And I think the Independence Patriots right here need to run a little clock as Liberty extends the defense. And what I mean by running some clock, run some offense and try to get a bucket here.
Yeah, Liberty going to make Independence work to get it up, and they get the steal. Here's us going hard to the basket, and a nice defensive play by Independence. But Lilly was out of bounds as he had the steal, but he was out of bounds.
Yeah, he stripped him and then came up with the basketball, and it touched him while he was out of bounds. But way not to give up on the play after the turnover, after Independence turned it over.
Yeah, that was Riley going hard to the basket. Nice job by Lilly. They get the ball inside. Here's a little 10-footer on the left baseline by Williams. It's good. Largest lead of the game right here for Liberty. The final 40 seconds of the half. Hughes on the drive, and he'll draw the foul. And that's a good take front of the rim that time by Colton Hughes, the 5'11 senior.
Yeah, way to attack when your jumper's not going, attack the rim. But I think they're going to call that foul on Marty Riley.
Yeah, because, prior to these free throws, it's only been an 8-point quarter for Independence. And you're right, they've been struggling from the floor as the first free throw is no good. And when you're struggling from the floor, you want to be able to attack the basket as Hughes did. But if you get to the line, as we say so much, you really got to cash in. And both teams are shooting, way below 50% from the line.
Way below 50%.
Next free throw on its way. 1 of 2 is made. And we'll see. And you would think maybe Liberty might hold it for the final shot of the half because of the foul trouble in which they have. As Williams gets it across. Final 25 seconds of the opening half. And Williams will shoot a deep 3 and hit it. He shot that from Glenn Daniel, from the Giovannis and Glenn Daniels. He rains a 3. And the biggest lead of the game right here for Liberty. Back the other way. Hughes a 3. too strong. Gets his own rebound, gets the ball into Vandal, a little short shot. He looked like he lost control of the ball. 2 seconds left. Count if it goes from three-quarter court. Oh, it hit the front of the rim and almost went. At the end of the first half, the largest lead of the game right here for Liberty. It's Liberty 32, Independence 21. We'll be right back as you're watching live streaming coverage of boys high school basketball on Video Productions.
Window World of Beckley, we know windows.
Did you know that Window World has sold over 3 million windows nationwide?
That's a lot of windows and a lot to satisfy customers.
Choose from picture, bay, bow, sliding, and double hung windows and more.
Our windows are backed by the Good Housekeeping Seal of Approval, and we have a lifetime warranty.
There's never been a better time than now to buy windows.
Call Window World today, 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW for your free estimate.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
And we welcome you to the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show here at Coal City, West Virginia at Independence High School. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas, Dee Pennington, producing and directing the ball game tonight. And at the break, the biggest lead of the game is by Liberty. They're up 32-21. It was a battle in the first quarter as Independence got up 12-5. But then Liberty scored the last 7 points of the quarter to tie it at 12. And then Liberty scored the first 7 of the second quarter to go up 19-12. They extended their lead to the biggest lead of the game right here at 32-21. We're going to take our first halftime break here on the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show. When we come back, Eric will give you team and individual totals as you're watching live streaming coverage of Raleigh County High School basketball here on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
Here at the Cracker Barrel, home-style food and great value go hand in hand, with favorites like slow-simmered chicken and dumplings starting at $7.99, or perfectly golden fluffy buttermilk pancakes with your own bottle of warm syrup. Come fill up on favorites without emptying your wallet. Cracker Barrel. Take care now.
Dad, what is a backflow prevention device?
Well, it's a device that's used to protect water supplies from contamination or pollution in homes or businesses.
Is that why you were talking to that man?
Well, he was a certified plumber from Modley's Plumbing and Heating. Modley's is fully licensed and insured in testing, installation, and service of backflow prevention devices. I just call 304-253-HELP, and they'll take care of it the right way.
I thought it was something for the car, so Mom wouldn't hit the house again when she was backing up.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
Nachos, better with Pepsi.
And we welcome you back to Independence High School as we get ready to go inside the numbers. And inside the numbers are brought to you by Indoor Air. Indoor Air is a proud sponsor of Raleigh County High School sports. For all your heating and cooling needs, you can dial up the good folks at Indoor Air at 304-890-2212. Well, Eric, you have the team and individual totals of the first half.
Okay, Independence got off to a great start in the first quarter, but went a little cold as they shot 8 of 29 from the floor for the first half, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Liberty, on the other hand, started a little slow, but heated up midway through the first quarter, and it carried over into the second quarter, Maris, as they shot 11 of 25 from the floor. But their Achilles heel thus far, and this lead could be even more. They were a paltry 5 of 14 from the free throw line.
So you figure if they would have really cashed on their free throws, they could be up maybe 20 points.
20 points easy. So Independence is still within shouting distance. And the leading scorers for both teams, for Independence, they have Corey Shoemate with 7 and Chris Lilly with 7. But Chris Lilly scored all 7 of his points in the first quarter, so was unable to get on the board. And Independence really needs something out of Jordan James, who I thought had a lot of good looks, but nothing's falling for him right now. So if you're Independence, you still have that. Jordan James is yet to score, and you're still close in this game. But for Liberty, Jalen Cook really heated up. He knocked down 3 3-pointers, and he leads the way in double digits with 11 points, and Ethan Williams has 10. And off the bench, Devin Price is knocking on double figures door with 8 points.
And, Eric, was amazing, as you mentioned, Liberty shot it well from the floor. I didn't realize during the play-by-play it was that good, 11 of 25 from the floor, but they really struggled at the free throw line, didn't they?
The only thing that Liberty did, and their shots are down, Independence got more shots up because early on, Liberty turned the ball over 7 times in the first 4 to 5 minutes of the game, so they were not able to get any shots up. But when they've gotten looks, they've been able to knock them down.
Another thing I thought was kind of interesting, that Liberty scored the last 7 of the first quarter and the first 7 of the second quarter and had that 14-0 run, and they have their largest lead of the game right here by 11, 32-21. Take our final halftime break here in the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show. Come back and get you ready for the second half as you're watching live streaming coverage of Raleigh County High School basketball here on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Christmas time is upon us, and Hometown Kia of Beckley wants to make your Christmas red, white, and green this year. Green in savings on a new Kia at Hometown Kia. Reindeer aren't a dependable form of transportation anymore, but an all-new Kia Telluride is. Right now, the staff at Hometown Kia are ready to step up and help Santa make your Christmas bright with a purchase or lease on a new Kia. Don't let the Grinch steal your Christmas savings. Keep that money in your stocking this year. Savings this big won't fit in Santa's bag. So you need to get out to Hometown Kia today or online at hometownkia.com.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
And we're moments away of starting the second half. Liberty with its largest lead of the ball game, 32-21. And Eric, we'll have you put your coaching cap on. First of all, if you're in the visiting locker room, Liberty, you have an 11-point lead. What are you telling your group?
I'm going, look, fellas, played a good second quarter in the first into the second, and we're doing what we need to get to the free throw line. But to really win this game, we're going to have to step up and really knock down free throws.
And, of course, if you are Independence, you're at home, you're down 11. What are you telling your group there?
I'm trying to keep my man Corey Shoemate out of foul trouble and really try to get Jordan James rolling a little bit, as we see starting the second half that they're going to start with Corey Shoemate on the bench with the 3 fouls. So got to get something going with Jordan James. Right?
Yeah, even though Jordan James did not score, he had some good looks. And those are shots that you and I saw him make a year ago. He just wasn't able to knock them down tonight, but you just got to keep shooting.
Yeah, you have to keep you have to stay with it. Sometimes it's not your night, and it could be a tale of 2 halves for Jordan James.
Well, the one thing we had in the first half, that on the first possession of the second half we have, and that's a foul. And on the very first possession, as soon as the ball was inbound, there's a Liberty foul to be side out. By the way, update, in the Beckley girls game at the end of 3, they lead Bluefield 48-22. So the ladies of Beckley, Woodrow Wilson doing work down in Mercer County tonight. Here's a 3 ball, which is an air ball. And we got a foul.
A double foul.
Yep. So they'll go to the arrow, and since that Independence had possession, if it's a double foul, which it is correctly as you mentioned, Eric, the possession, I would think, would go to Liberty.
It's going to be on Vandal, and I think the other one's on Jalen Cook.
And that's what they're going to discuss. The possession arrow should go to Liberty, I would think, because they called a double foul, right?
Yes, it's a dead ball, double foul, so it's possession.
I would think so. That's what the officials are discussing now. But anyway, we've had a bunch of fouls in the first half, so it's fitting. It's fitting that we would have 3 fouls in the first 30 seconds of the second half.
They got that wrong. It should go to possession. It's a double foul.
That's what I thought.
And Independence possessed the ball. It should go to possession and Liberty's ball. And
also I noticed, too, as Independence was inbounding the ball, the young man who's putting the ball in play, he was moving on the baseline.
It's a travel. Should
right.
be it's a dead ball. He should not be able to run the base.
Right. You can only run it after a made basket. But anyway.
Hey, it's the opener for
it's the second game for each of the teams. As far as the officiating crew, of course, I have seen, we got veterans out there. In fact, they worked the middle school game I was at last week. So Independence will inbound. Vandal looks for a cutter, and the ball comes out. Hughes on the drive to the lane, puts the short shot up, no good. And we got a foul on the rebound.
You guessed it.
Eric, we've not played but not even 30 seconds, and we've had 4 fouls in not even 30 seconds. 2 on each team.
They like to hear that whistle blow.
Yeah.
1 shot and 4 fouls.
1 shot and 4 fouls. And we had a ton of fouls. See, apparently when they called that double foul, that I guess they offset. I don't know, because you think that would be a second foul. I don't know.
It's not football. You don't offset them.
Well, we'll move on. Here's Liberty, and there's a shot's rejected as they got the ball inside the Sims. And right now I think this is a real danger point, Eric, over the next couple of minutes, that if Independence get back in the game down 11, they can't have this lead to get 17, 18 points.
Yeah, and especially right now with Corey Shoemate on the bench is right now.
And another foul right as the ball went through the hoop. Count the basket. The shot was made by Cook, and as the ball went through, they will call a Liberty foul, so count the basket.
They're going to whistle the foul on Sims.
So we're not quite a minute into the third quarter. We've had 5 fouls, and now they've got it correct.
They got
5
it corrected,
fouls
yes.
Up there. And the biggest lead of the game right here at 13. Here's a spin move and a nice finish with the left hand by Colton Hughes. So really, Eric, and I think you would agree, I think if Liberty, if Independence to get back in this game, they got to do it on the defensive end. They got to quit fouling. They got to get stops. As soon as I say that, they commit another foul. And just like that.
No question. They're going to have to. This is going to be whistled on Zach Smith.
And Zach Bowman will get to the line.
Okay, so that's the team's fourth already, Maris, with 6:42 left in the third quarter. So we're going to be probably in the double bonus again, or the bonus before the start of the fourth.
That's what I'm saying. If they're going to get back in the game, they got to do it defensively, but you're not going to do it if you commit fouls, as the free throw is up and in by Bowman for Liberty.
And that's 3 straight makes for Bowman from the free throw line.
And here comes the second free throw on its way, and it's good. So he makes them both, and the lead back to 13, which equals the largest lead of the ball game. There's a drive to the basket, trying to get the ball down low to Vandal. The ball's loose. And what do we got? We've got a held ball, and the possession will turn it over to Liberty.
So Liberty's benefited from the last possession not going to them.
So here are the Raiders on the attack with the ball up 13. As Williams brings it up. Drive to the basket, right of the lane. There's a blocked shot. And Corey Shoemate back in there, and he was very close to maybe getting his fourth foul in that play.
Yeah, he was. It looks like he's came up a little gimpy here on his left ankle.
Liberty gets the ball inside. Sims, it's stripped. Here comes Lilly back the other way for Independence. Vandal with it now. Liberty did a good job getting back in transition as Lilly on the drive. The ball's thrown away. Here's a run out for the Raiders, and there's a foul that they don't call, and they call it a turnover. And I hate to be critical, and I'm not being critical of the official, but Eric, that play happened right in front of us, and it was a clear foul. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to like try to overshadow the official on that play, but that was a clear foul.
Yeah, clear foul, but I guess where the fouls are mounting. Well,
I mean, if they foul, you got to call it. And now they do that one. And there's Shoemate on a clear out.
There's his Shoemate's fourth, sorry.
I mean, I think you're like me. As much as we watch, I think as if you're an official, you try not to call fouls. But you can't help, especially on that last play, a breakaway to the basket. I mean, if somebody gets pushed or gets hit or gets hacked on the way to the basket, you have to blow the whistle.
And once again, now they've changed the fouls.
Yeah.
There should be 5 team fouls for Independence.
Because even though it was an offensive foul, it still should count as a team foul. Here's a drive to the basket and a turnover. And, wow, for a minute there I thought Liberty was going to steal it back. Hughes has it now. He'll drive to the basket. His shot's rejected. That's a beautiful play. Not only was the shot blocked by Sims, he was able to keep it from going out of bounds. Here's Liberty on the drive. They pass the ball inside. And a little short shot in the lane, no good. And the ball is saved back out, and they fight for the ball, and we're going to have a foul.
It's going to be a foul on Vandal.
And it will stay with Liberty. So we've had more fouls than points scored. More fouls combined than points scored in this quarter through right at 3 minutes of the third.
Yeah, exactly right.
So and I know it's early in the season, so I know that.
Yeah, 6 fouls to 8. They have 7, but either way.
And you look at 2 points scored by Independence, and there's a bucket now by Liberty, a 3-ball.
Zach Bowman.
The biggest lead of the game.
5 points in the quarter.
Yep. 16-point lead. Here's a 3 the other way by Independence, trying to get it back. Cannot. Offensive putback. Count if it goes, it doesn't go, but Vandal draws the foul. The shot was put up there originally by Smith, Zach Smith. He missed it, and Vandal gets the rebound, and Cameron Vandal will shoot a pair at the free throw line. So Liberty enjoying its largest lead of the ball game right now at 16. And Cameron Vandal will shoot a pair, and first free throw is no good. Thursday night, Video Productions will have girls high school basketball. Pikeview taking on Beckley. And Beckley winning big tonight at Bluefield. Our last report up 48-22. So Beckley looking to go 2-1 on the young years. The second free throw is no good. And Beckley will be taking on a very good Pikeview team. We saw Pikeview last year. Pikeview made it all the way to the semifinals last year in the girls' state tournament.
Yeah, they had a scrappy team. They had a couple young players, too, that really grew up at the end of the year.
So here's Liberty on the attack, trying to add to their lead. Here's a 3-ball on its way. It's short, and Hughes for Independence clears the rebound for the Patriots. So coming on the halfway mark of the third quarter, Independence got to find a way to really get back in the game.
Yeah, they've only been able to score 2 points in this quarter.
And there's a foul on Liberty, and we'll have Chris Lilly at the line to shoot 2 for Independence.
Yeah, that's going to be on Zach Bowman, his third, team's fourth.
So it'll be a couple of free throws. I've said that a couple times tonight.
Chris Lilly stepping up to the line for 2.
Free throw is no good.
Cannot get back in the game.
The free throw shooting by both teams, just quite blunt, has not been very good.
Yeah.
Has not been very good.
Yeah, it's been one of those situations where it's been kind of tough to watch.
And the second free throw is good, so he makes 1 of 2. And that will trim the lead to 15. Cook will check back into the Liberty lineup. Also got a new player on the floor for Liberty. And we got Chris Bowman on the floor, sophomore for the Liberty Raiders, getting his first action. Around the horn, Liberty goes. And if you're Liberty, you know, you can run a little clock here. You got the ball, you're up 15. You want to make sure you get a good look at the basket. Here's a nice drive, spin move, and they'll call travel.
So Chris Bowman checks in the game for Liberty.
Yep, travels on Cantley for Liberty, turns it over, and here come the Patriots. So you got to stop, and now you got to cash in if you're Independence on the offensive end. James, Hughes with it now. Trying to find James open. He'll shoot a 3 and hit. And that's what Independence has been waiting for as Jordan James delivers a 3-ball.
And his first points of the contest.
Here's Liberty on the drive. The shot hung up on the lip of the rim. No good. Offensive rebound. Count of it goes in. It goes. A nice finish by Jalen Cook as he put the soft shot up in the lane, drew the contact, gets the hoop and the harm.
Yeah, Jalen Cook has been really active, the leading scorer for Liberty on the night. Been able to shoot really good from the 3, and let's see if he can knock down a free throw here.
And, you know, Eric, it has him listed. He looks a little bigger. They haven't listed 6 foot 185. He just seems like he's a little bit broader than that. As can he polish off a 3-point play? And he does. So Liberty will extend the pressure. Independence triple team in the backcourt, and they throw it away. Numbers for the Raiders. Here's Price, left of the lane, puts up the shot, and he'll draw the foul. Liberty had really good defense, and they got the steal at midcourt, and now they'll get to the line.
Yeah, and I think this one's going to be whistled on Zach Smith.
So it'll be free throw time. And I think I said that it was Price at the line. Actually, it's Bowman at the line. I beg your pardon.
Yeah, Bowman unable to cash in on the first.
Check your score. I had it 42-26. The scoreboard showing 42-27. I could be incorrect. As the next free throw is good.
It's 27.
All right. I knew you would straighten me out, partner. 43-27, and now we've got a foul. So it'll be side out, and now that's the 16th foul on Liberty. So, Eric, the rest of the way is free throw time for Independence.
Yeah. And the way Independence is shot from the free throw line, they're going to have to improve if they can get to the line to get back in this contest.
Yep, 16-point lead, biggest of the game. Trying to get Jordan James free, and they get the steal. Here comes Liberty on the drive. The shot, layup's too strong. They battle for the loose ball, and we've got an Independence foul. So that will be the 5th team foul on Independence, so it won't be shots. It'll be Liberty's ball side out. And what do we got here? Heard a whistle. And Vandal may have fouled out. They're hitting the horn, and they have 30 seconds, so must be Vandal has fouled out.
Well, they've already inserted Shoemate.
Well, they're calling 1-on-1, and it only has 5 fouls, so something's not right with the scoreboard.
Well, I had Independence for 6 fouls, and this their 7th. So.
You were correct all along.
Yeah.
But and
this is 1-on-1.
Right. So getting to the line is going to be Bowman. As Harvey will check in for Independence.
So I had that for their 17th foul.
You were correct.
Because they didn't count the double foul early.
Free throw is no good. Final score, Beckley and girls beat Bluefield tonight 67-28. Nice win for Beckley coach Brian Neighbors and his girls program, as here's an Independence turnover. So we're in the final 2 minutes here of the third quarter, and this 16-point lead equals the largest lead of the game for Liberty. And Liberty trying to add to it, and they throw it away. Harvey will dial up a 3. Get nothing but air on that one. I think Harvey, you want him more under the basket inside than you do pulling up shooting that 3.
Hey, the big man said, let me make it rain out here.
So here's Liberty working it around. But, I think this Jalen Cook, he's a nice-looking player. Shot up no good for Liberty that time. And if you're Liberty, you don't want to foul, just get back on defense. Don't reach in. Ball gets down inside to Shoemate. He muscles the shot up and in.
Good no call there. I thought they were going to whistle Shoemate for a charge there.
But he had the soft touch. Like I said, used a little muscle to power it up. Got the ball up on the rim. Got it to go. Now Liberty here in like a little weave, trying to find somebody free. And there's a 3 ball on the right side. Back iron no good. That 3 ball put up by Ethan Williams. And back the other way is Chris Lilly for Independence. We're under a minute to go in the third. Lilly fall away from the left side. Shot is short. And the rebound comes out to Liberty. Nice take to the basket, off the window and in. Good strong move by Chris Bowman. That was a really nice play in the open floor to get that bucket for the Liberty Raiders. So we're under 30 seconds for the third. Shoemate on the drive, and that's an offensive foul. That's an easy play to call. And now he may have fouled out. That is, waiting to see if that is his 5th foul. And you are correct, Eric, it is. As the officials just indicated, that's his 5th. And I should know to always trust you.
Yeah, he was part of the double foul to start the third quarter. And that's the one they've been missing on the board.
So now here's Liberty. Probably in the last 20 seconds of the quarter would probably hold it for the final shot of the third. This equals the largest lead at 16, trying to add to that. And here's Cook purling into the lane, little floater, good. Well, that was a playground move, an 18-point lead, largest of the game. Last shot time for Independence. Will they get it off? 3 ball by Arthur's no good. And at the end of 3, your score is Liberty 47, Independence 29. You're watching live streaming coverage of Raleigh County High School basketball here on Video Productions.
Lock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Well, we had our pregame meal tonight at Giovanni's. Mamma Mia! Giovanni's, Leicester Square in Sophia. Also in Glen Daniel down there at Liberty High School. Giovanni's Pizza, Mamma Mia. If you're not Italian going in, you'll be Italian coming out. Boy, I tell you, delicious food, and they really take great care of you at both locations, the fine folks of Giovanni's. Well, Eric, we start the fourth quarter, and Liberty has its biggest lead of the game, 47-29, and really, you look at Independence, Eric, they had 12 at the end of the first quarter. They've really struggled offensively. They only scored 8 points in that third quarter.
They've back-to-back single-digit quarters, Maris. They only were able to muster 9 points in the second quarter.
Here's Harvey with the drive to the basket, and he does the right thing when he contact, flip it up to the hoop. And Jordan Harvey, and most people will know him from the football field, he'll get to the line to shoot too.
You're talking about a hard-charging, good all-state linebacker right there. I mean, he played to the whistle. It was fun to cover him, fun to watch.
And, Eric, where I think he can help this basketball team, and I'm sure nothing that I would need to tell Coach Jenkins, but in time, as he makes the first free throw.
Nice soft touch.
Get him up under the basket and where he can really rebounds, score from inside. The kind of guy that does the dirty work, and get the rebounds and such there as he makes the first free throw. Second free throw, no good. He makes one of two, and Independence turns him over. And here's Jordan James, shoots a three. And it's no good. And back the other way is Liberty. But the one thing both teams really going to have to work on, and that's free throws. There's a nice finish by Jalen Cook right down the center of the lane. Biggest lead of the game right here at 19. There's a ball loose in the lane and a turnover. Back the other way comes Liberty.
Jalen Cook has 20 points on the night.
Yeah, and he's been solid on he has been. He's missed some free throws, but he's been solid. He's knocked down some threes. He's been good on the drive.
Good getting in the paint.
Yeah,
good-looking player. Good defensively. Couple blocks.
Three ball is dialed up and good.
Devin Price, it looks like.
On the far side, yep, Devin Price raining the three. And this game now has really kind of gotten away from Independence, even a little bit before that, but now biggest lead of the game here. There's Harvey going to the rim, doesn't get it to go, gets his own rebound, put it back up in and draws the foul.
Good job on the glass for Jordan Harvey as he's got his third point in the quarter and coming in for a little bit of instant offense for the Patriots.
You know, we haven't seen J.D. Monroe, the other football player. We haven't seen him tonight.
Yeah, I think it's time to dig in the bench and get J.D. Monroe some action.
Well, you figure if he was in this game, we'd definitely have even more fouls than what we already got. And I say that kiddingly. That's an inside
you have to
joke.
know that we're really fond of it, young man.
Yep, the free throw is no good. And, you know, Eric, when we get a minute, you'll have to check at the free throws because between the two teams, I'm sure there's been more missed free throws than made free throws.
Oh, that's a guarantee.
So here's Independence. 20-point advantage for Liberty right now. 15-footer is good. Ashton Arthur hits the 15-footer for Independence. Back the other way, we got a foul. And it'll be free throws, and it'll be Price getting to the line for Liberty. I think Price, too, has been a little good spark for Liberty off the bench.
Yeah, he definitely has. Ever since he's been inserted, he's been aggressive in spots and knowing when to really try to get to the rim and shoots a really good jump shot.
So Price will shoot a pair. First free throw on its way. It's good. Biggest lead has been 22. And Price trying to hit this free throw and get it to 20. And the free throw is good. He got them both. And the lead is to 20 for Liberty. Making Independence work to get the ball up the floor. Billy gets it up. Hughes with it now. Harvey on the drive, left of the lane, off the glass, no good. And Liberty back on the attack. They got numbers, and the ball's kicked out of bounds. And the referee pointed toward Independence, but that ball looked like it was kicked, and now I think they're going to make the change.
Yeah, I'm glad they got together on this one.
Yeah, they got together because, I mean, that play happened right here in front of us, and the ball was, as you and I, without even looking on the video, was clearly kicked out of bounds, yes. So here's Liberty with it, and now they turn it over on the inbounds play, and it goes over to Independence. So here come the Patriots. And, you know, Eric, you realistically, it'd be hard to think that Independence could rally to win this game, but you just want to make sure you finish strong and continue to work on things as they try to get the ball, and they do get it inside to Harvey. Tough fall away on the left side and grazes the rim.
Harvey hasn't been shy about putting the rock up when he's gotten in the game.
Here's a drive on the baseline. Put back is up and in. Nice play that time by Bowman. This equals the largest lead of the game at 22.
And Liberty's going to have 3 young men into double figures.
There's a kind of out-of-control, wild-looking shot, which is no good by Hughes, and a little frustration on Hughes, I think, to go in the lane and maybe trying to draw a foul.
Yeah, nice spin move, and once he got there, the refs didn't bail him out after the shot. It was a little wild with the basketball.
So here's Liberty, and there's going to be a foul on the drive, but
still
over
free
the
throw
limit.
time.
Yes, free throw time over the limit is Independence. And matter of fact, it's going to be 2 shots because it's the double bonus. So you and I had talked about Devin Price. We liked his game, and he's been a spark plug for Liberty off the bench here tonight.
Oh, definitely inserted early in that second quarter, and it's really paid dividends for Coach Williams.
Free throw was up and in. Extends the lead to 23 now, largest of the game. Independence will have a new player check into the ball game. And that will be
J.D. Monroe.
Well, also Jamarian Henderson into the ball game for Independence. As you mentioned, Monroe has it now. Too much of a bullet pass there and right through the hands of Henderson and out of bounds.
Yeah, had a little his baseball on that. J.D. Monroe's a good little baseball player. Three-sport young man here.
Yeah, boy, that had some mustard on it, didn't it?
It did.
If you're going to have that kind of mustard, you better put some piccalilli or ketchup or something on there to slow that down a little bit. Here's a spin in the lane. Good up and under move. Just missed the shot. And we had talked about Jalen Cook. He just missed the shot. That was a good move.
Good move. Good-looking young player.
Here's Henderson left of the lane. A little short shot, no good. And Cook clears the rebound for Liberty. Williams with it now. So this is going to be a solid win for Liberty. They're going to be 2-0 and 2 wins on the road. And what do we got? Got another foul.
Free throw time.
And another free throw.
And you're right. Liberty's taking the show on the road early, and to get 2 road wins, you got to be feeling good about yourself early on if you're Liberty.
So it's going to be Bowman, Zachary Bowman, 6-foot senior, getting to the line. He'll get a couple as it's the double bonus. Free throw on its way is good.
That'll be his 11th point of the contest.
Biggest lead of the game here, and, you know, quite frankly, Eric, I'm a little surprised if he makes this a 25-point. I didn't really know who would win the game, but I'm a little surprised as the free throws missed that we'd have this kind of spread as Independence throws it away. New player into the ball game for Liberty, and hits the short shot, and that is Jaden Akerd into the game. And he makes the baseline shot, biggest lead of the game right here at 60-34. So, you know, both teams got some work to do, and Independence will have some more work to do. This is part of the growing pains, Eric, that we had talked about on top.
Ooh.
And
That's offense.
Should be. We'll see what they call.
Yeah, they called it.
Yeah, it was an elbow. A little frustration, I think, coming out on Smith as he went down the lane for Independence and threw out his left elbow.
Yeah, a little frustration. That'll be his fourth. Maybe getting substituted for here. Oh, that's his fifth. See, I missed one. That's 3 players to foul out for Independence on the night.
And Colton Akerd will check into the ball game for Liberty. So there's 2 Akerds on the floor, and that shot is made by Jaden Akerd. 62-34. This has only been a 5-point quarter up to now for Independence. And an offensive foul. They've just had a hard time scoring.
Yeah, they've struggled offensively tonight, that being the Patriots. They've got 5 points in this quarter.
Yeah, they've had a hard time putting the ball in the basket tonight. And somewhat of Liberty's defense something to do with that, but also they just missed some shots that you think they'd make. As there's a 3 going, getting the row is Cook from downtown.
His 23rd point of the night.
It's a 13-0 run by Liberty. They had a 14-0 run in the first half between the end of the first quarter and the start of the second quarter. Now they've had a 13-0 run here now as we're approaching 3 minutes left in the game. But it's been a tough night on the offensive end for Independence, and now there's a Liberty foul, and that'll be a little 1-1.
They've struggled, and like you said, a lot of it's had to do with Liberty's defense, but a little bit of it is just carelessness with the basketball and not making shots by this Independence Patriots team.
So getting to the line will be Ashton Arthur, a freshman. He'll shoot the 1-1. And even 3 minutes left in the game. It was 12-12 at the end of the first quarter. 32-21 Liberty at the break, 47-29 at the end of 3, as the first free throw is good to make it 65-35. A 30-point lead. And the second free throw was good. 65-36. And our Pioneer Community Bank postgame show will recap the game, have some team and individual totals for you. Here's Liberty on a drive. Shot put up no good. New player into the ball game, and that's Houck, Braden Houck. Here's Henderson for Independence with it. Lilly will shoot the jump shot left of the lane, needs a roll, can't get it. And back the other way. Liberty with a shot right of the lane, left of the lane. That's Colton Akerd. So coming down to the final 2 minutes, here's Monroe on the drive. He loses it, picks it back up. And Monroe will get to the line. And now there's a technical foul. I'm not sure who the technical's on, but there's a Liberty foul on the drive and then a technical foul. So I think both fouls might go against Liberty, Eric. There's definitely a foul on the drive, so you're in the double bonus. So 2 shots from Monroe, and then I think it's going to be a technical foul. So it should be 4 shots plus the ball here. But we have had our share of fouls, most definitely here tonight.
Yeah, the whistles have they don't have the P's in them anymore. Remember, they used to yell, Bears, take that P out of that whistle.
Yeah. Well, Eric, we're showing our age because if we have a younger audience out there watching, they're like, P's, what's the heck's he talking about? You sure it wasn't corn?
Did he make that second?
No, he did not. And now the technical free throw, and they'll have Ashton Arthur shoot 2 technical free throws.
And he's 2 for 2 on the night.
And that free throw is good. And Independence should have possession of the ball after this free throw. Yeah, I didn't see who they called the technical on as he made them both, did Arthur. 67-39. And now
wholesale.
Yep, Liberty will empty its bench. Dallas Maynor into the game. Walker Williams into the game for Liberty. As Independence throws it away, we're in the final 2 minutes of the ball game. Biggest lead has been 32, and it's 67-39 right now as we play the final 2 minutes. Coming up Thursday night will be girls high school basketball. We'll be over at Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School gym. It'll be Pikeview taking on Beckley, and we'll start our streaming coverage at 7:15 and tip the game at 7:30. Eric and I will have that. Then on Friday night, Bill O'Brien and Bob Boland will be at the Raleigh County Convention Center. There's a foul, imagine that, on the shot, on the rebound. And Bill O'Brien and Bob Boland will have Beckley and Greenbrier East from the Raleigh County Convention Center on Friday night.
And we'll walk the length of the court for more free throws.
So 67-39, 140 to go. And you know, Eric, in both halves, each team got in the double bonus. So if you look at that, just from that alone, that's 40 fouls between them, not counting how many other fouls over the double bonus. But I think it's fair to say we've had over 50 fouls called here tonight between the two teams.
Easy.
As the free throw is no good. Is Jaden Akerd, a 5'11 sophomore. Because like I said, you know, both teams over the double bonus. The next one's no good. Over the double bonus in each half. So that's 40 fouls right there. As the free throw, you missed the second one. Play the final minute and a half of this one. So Liberty's going to go 2-0 and get both of them on the road. Independent's going to fall to 0-2. And we got yet another foul. But I think, Eric, and I think you'll agree with me, even if I'm Liberty and I'm going to win this game big, I would be concerned about how much that they fouled, and definitely Independence. You know, you've got to play defense with your feet. You got to get in front of people, and you got to work on that and do drills because you just
a lot of reaching and grabbing.
Yeah, reaching and grabbing, and it looks like both teams really need polished. It looked like a lot of playground stuff tonight.
Yes.
As the free throw is up and in by Chris Lilly. But yeah, I've always said you got to play defense with your feet, not with your hands. Don't reach, don't grab. Got to try to stay the best you can in front of the defender. So here comes Liberty. Sims with it. Round the horn they go. Walker Williams throws the ball over as a three ball by Colton Akerd. Hit the 70 mark. But the one thing, too, Eric, and I'm sure, you know, Independence will know that. Right now they're at 41 as Henderson scores to make it 43. But we're under a minute and you got 43 points. You're not going to win very many games doing that.
No, definitely have to find a way to get some points.
Yeah. I mean, there's some games you might be able to win in the 50s depending on who you're playing. But more times than not, to be consistent to win games, you got to be up in the at least the 60s, or low 60s, mid 60s.
Yeah, definitely. You're not going to win, especially defensively. Now, if you're holding someone, you know, down, but
right. If you're playing the kind of defense where people are having a hard time scoring on you, but when you're struggling from the floor as they turn it over, and like I said, they're having a lot of just issues. It's hard to win a lot of games when you only score 43. Now I guess one of the threes, I guess, is now a 2 as they taking it from 70 to 69 as the score changed. So I don't know which one that was. As we play the final 15 seconds. And Liberty will not, they will get a shot up blocked, and 3 seconds left. Buzzer, no good, and the final score will be 69-43. Liberty gets the win. They go to 2-0, Independence 0-2. We'll take our fourth quarter break, come back and get you ready for the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show as you're watching live streaming coverage of Raleigh County High School basketball here on Video Productions. Fourth quarter break, 30 seconds. Or 60 seconds.
Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall with 3 locations for your convenience. 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 2723 Old Bluefield Road in Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
And we welcome you back to Independence High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. Dee Pennington producing and directing. Final score, 69-43 in favor of Liberty. Liberty now 2-0. Independence 0-2. It was 12-12 at the end of the first quarter. Liberty scored the final 7 of the first quarter and then scored the first 7 of the second quarter and opened up a 32-21 halftime lead. Led 47-29 at the end of 3, and they win the ball game going away 69-43. We'll go ahead and take a break. And when we come back, Eric will have team and individual totals, as this is the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show, streaming live here on Video Productions.
Every year, the big banks raise their fees while reducing the services they provide. How do they get away with that? If you were to join Pioneer Community Bank, your money would stay right here, supporting a local business, which results in lower fees and better customer service for you. Sounds like a plan. So you're not really stuck with the big banks and their policies. Keep your money where it belongs, right here with Pioneer Community Bank. Pioneer Community Bank with locations in Beckley, Yeager, Sophia, Moore, and Welch. Member FDIC.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
My name is Hank, and I'm coming clean. Everyone I know thinks I know something about plumbing. Oh, I look the part. I talk the talk. I have all the tools, snake, pipe wrenches, torches, but I can't fix anything. I can't even flush a toilet. What they don't know is I've been calling Modley's Plumbing and Heating. They're fully licensed and insured. I just simply call 304-253-HELP, and here they come down the road to fix the problem. It just feels so good to get rid of the guilt.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Here at the Cracker Barrel, home-style food and great value go hand in hand, with favorites like slow-simmered chicken and dumplings starting at $7.99. Or perfectly golden fluffy buttermilk pancakes with your own bottle of warm syrup. Come fill up on favorites without emptying your wallet. Cracker Barrel. Take care now.
And we welcome you back to the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show. Final score was Liberty defeating Independence 69-43. Liberty is now 2-0, Independence 0-2. And for some team and individual totals, here's Eric.
Okay, as you stated, Maris, the final score was Liberty 69, Independence 43. Liberty was led tonight by Jalen Cook. He had 23 points on the night. Liberty had four players garnered double figures. Devin Price came off the bench to add 14. Ethan Williams had 12, and Zach Bowman with 11 points on the night. The only thing that Liberty really needs to work on is free throw shooting, because as this score could have been longer, as they were 12 of 24 from the free throw line. Liberty was. Okay, so Independence was led by Chris Lilly with 10 points, and Corey Shoemate and Ashton Arthur both knocking on double figures door with 9.
So I'm saying some hellos to some of the fans here, some of the Liberty faithful, very happy, flagging me down. Sorry, I just wasn't paying attention right there.
You waving to your fans.
Yeah, well, I don't know. My fans waving at me, I guess. I don't know. I didn't know I had any, but nevertheless, a big win tonight for Liberty, winning 69-43. We'll go ahead and take our final post-game break. When we come back, we'll wrap this up. But before we go, we want to tell you about our streaming partner, which is Indoor Air. We appreciate Indoor Air. Indoor Air is a proud sponsor of Raleigh County Sports. For all your heating and cooling needs, you can dial up Indoor Air at 304-890-2212. Take our final break and put a bow on this and wrap it up here, streaming live on Video Productions.
Every year, the big banks raise their fees while reducing the services they provide. How do they get away with that? If you were to join Pioneer Community Bank, your money would stay right here, supporting a local business, which results in lower fees and better customer service for you. Sounds like a plan. So you're not really stuck with the big banks and their policies. Keep your money where it belongs, right here with Pioneer Community Bank. Pioneer Community Bank, with locations in Beckley, Yeager, Sophia, Moore, and Welch. Member FDIC.
Welcome to Allstate. You already paid for car insurance. Why not take your home along for the ride? Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Call a local agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE for a quote today.
Nachos, better with Pepsi.
Christmas time is upon us, and Hometown Kia of Beckley wants to make your Christmas red, white, and green this year. Green in savings on a new Kia at Hometown Kia. Reindeer aren't a dependable form of transportation anymore, but an all-new Kia Telluride is. Right now, the staff at Hometown Kia are ready to step up and help Santa make your Christmas bright with a purchase or lease on a new Kia. Don't let the Grinch steal your Christmas savings. Keep that money in your stocking this year. Savings this big won't fit in Santa's bag. So you need to get out to Hometown Kia today or online at hometownkia.com.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton. Or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
And we welcome you back to Independence High School. Final score is Liberty has defeated Independence tonight by the score of 69-43. And Eric, your final comments of this big rivalry game here in Raleigh County and a big win for the Liberty Raiders.
Well, Liberty really took over midway through that first period, and Independence just didn't have an answer. Liberty seems to be a lot deeper right now than Independence, and Independence has some things to work on. And I think Liberty moving forward, if they can, knock some free throws down, they'll be in a lot of games.
So final score, Liberty beats Independence 69-43. Liberty 2-0, Independence 0-2. Our next broadcast will be Thursday night, a girls game. It'll be Pikeview taking on Beckley over at the gymnasium at Beckley Woodrow Wilson. Eric and I will have it for you. Our streaming coverage begins at 7:15, game tips at 7:30. For our crew here at Independence, we appreciate the faculty and staff here at Independence High School. For Dee Pennington, who did an outstanding job producing and directing. And from my partner, Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry, repeating the final score. Liberty defeats Independence 69-43. Good night, everybody.